Okay, let let me show you how to solve a Sudoku. So we are on Sudoku.com. This is a Sudoku puzzle. So Sudoku has some constraints. For each square, we have to put from numbers from 1 to 9 uniquely. In each row, also there is the same constraint. We have to put 1 to 9 numbers uniquely, and for each column, we have to put 1 to 9 numbers uniquely. There should not be two same numbers in a row or in a column or in a particular square. So let's try to do it, guys. So if you see in this cell, in this square, 3 cannot be placed here because there is a 3 in here. 3 cannot be placed here, and 3 cannot be placed here because there is 3 in this row. So and there should be a 3 in the square. So only place remains is this. So we'll place a 3 here, and we can see like we have completed. There should be 9 threes in all the Sudoku, and we have there are already placed 8 threes. So we have still one more 3 we can place in this Sudoku. So there is no 3 in this square, and we will see if we can place anywhere 3 in this square. So by default, like 3 cannot be in this row because 3 is here. 3 cannot be here because 3 is in this row. So only cell which remains, which could have 3, is this. So we'll put 3 here, and so all the threes are completed. We'll move on to next number. Okay, let's see if 4, how many 4s are there. Okay, there are 5 4s already in the place, so let's try to finish up 4. Okay, so we'll uh, first see this square if we can corner out places here. 4 cannot be in these two cells because 4 is already here. 4 cannot be in these two cells because 4 is already here. So only place which remains in the square which should have 4 is this. So we'll place our 4 here. So let's try some other squares also. Let's see if we can finish this square. So yeah, 4 cannot be in this row because like 4 is here. So 4 only can be here in this square. Okay, so now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 places have been finished. Okay, let's try to see if we can finish this square. 4 cannot be in these two places because 4 in this is in this row. 4 cannot be in this place because like 4 is in this row. So these two places remain. But 4 cannot be in these this square because 4 in is this column. So we have to put 4 here. So now only one square has been given which has not been filled with a 4. So we'll prune this. So 4 cannot be in these 3 cells because 4 is here. 4 cannot be in this place because 4 is here. So we'll place 4 here. So we have filled all the 9 places. Now we'll move on to some other number. We started a very random with 3. Now we'll try to go with sequence. We'll start with 1. Okay. 1 is here. 1 is in only 3 places. So it might be hard to finish 1. Let's see if we can. So can we finish this square? So 1 cannot be in these two places because 1 is in this row. 1 cannot be in this place because 1 is in this row. These two places remain. Still we don't prune it to one cell where we can fill it 1. So we have to try some other square. So let's see if we can finish this square. It also cannot be finished because only we can prune these two squares and we remain with 3 squares. Similar happens with this. We can only prune this square and we cannot prune these. Similarly here we cannot prune these 2 squares. We can prune this because of this one. And similarly here we can prune these 2 squares but these 2 remain open. So 1 is the bad choice, probably because there are only 3 ones currently and we should try out 2 numbers. So let's try 2. There are only 3 numbers of 2. We'll just not waste time and we'll move to 5 first. So we have 5 squares filled with 5. So there is a good chance I think we will able to finish it first. So let's see here in this square. So there are two places which can be directly pruned because of this row. This can be pruned of this because of this 5. So we remain with two places. Out of this can also be pruned because of this 5. So in Sudoku you should remember like sorry, this should be pruned. So this was wrong. It notif on the Sudoku.com it notifies if you are wrong already. So we will place it here. So we should always try where we have greater success rate first. So with 1 we had only 3 ones, so we did not succeed in filling any of the cell. With 5 we already had 5, so there was a good success rate that like there would be already constraint and we would be able to fill up 5 fast. So now we'll try to see this square. So 5 cannot be placed in these two cells. 5 cannot be placed in this cell, so only 5 remains here. So now we'll try this square, this thing. So 5 cannot be placed in these two cells, 5 cannot be placed in this cell. So 5 will be in here. So let's try this square. So 5 cannot be placed here, 5 cannot be placed here. So 5 will be here. So I think we have completed the 5. Let's move on to 6. Okay, how many 6s are already present? Only 3. Let's move on to 7. How many 7s are already present? 5. 5 is a good enough number. So we'll start with 7. Let's see if we can fill. We'll try to fill this square. So this square, these two places cannot be filled because 7 is already here. So we'll place it here. Okay, we'll try to fill this square. 7 cannot be placed in these three places, so we can fill it here. Okay, let's try to fill this square. Okay, so 7 cannot be placed here because of this column. 7 cannot be placed because of this row. Only these two spaces remaining, but 7 cannot be placed because of this row. So 7 only will go here. So now let 7, how many we have done? We have done at 8 places, guys. So only one place remains. So here 7 cannot be placed in this column, also this column. So 7 will go here. Now we'll move on to 8. 7 we have completed all the 9 places on all 9 squares. How can we place 8? 8 can be placed. It can be 8 is only 2 squares. So we'll move on to 9 first. 9 cannot be placed here. 9 are number of 9s are 5. So we are good enough to start with that. So we'll start with this square, and like this in this square it cannot be placed here because of this 9, and it cannot be placed here because of this 9. So we have to place it here. So let's see this square. So in this square 9 cannot be placed in this because of this 9, not this because of this 9. So we'll place 9 here. So now let me fill up some square fast. So we'll move on to the endpoint. So just to explain, like 2 was only here option, here it was not there. 2 was pruned here, so we had to put 2 here. So 2 only can be put here. Here it's constrained. So 2 is constrained here, so we can only put 2 here. 2 is constrained here and here because of this. So 2 will go here. So 2 is constrained here, so 2 will go here. So I think all 2s are also completed. So we'll move on to 1. Only 3 ones are there. But also now we can see like we don't have to always move with row and column constraint. 8 squares are filled in this square. So only 1 square is remaining. And that will be the one remaining left. Which number is left? 1 is filled, 2 is filled, 3 is filled, 4 is filled, 5 is filled, 6 is also filled, 7 is filled, 8 is remaining, and 9 is filled. So we have to put it 8 here. Okay, let's try to fill 1 in this square. 1 cannot be placed, 1 cannot be placed. Here we can place a 1. Okay, now see this column. In this column 8 places are already this row, sorry, this row 8 places are already filled, so only one number is remaining, and that is 6, so we can fill it directly here. See this square. In this square only 8 is remaining, so we'll fill it here. See this row. In this row only 6 is remaining, so we'll fill it here. So this square, 6 is gone, only 6 remaining, we'll fill it here. We'll fill 1 here, we'll fill 1 here, so in this square only 8 and 9 are remaining, and 9 cannot be placed here, so 9 will be placed here. So 8 will be ultimately placed here. Only one cell is remaining and 6 is remaining, so we'll place 6 here. Only one cell is remaining in this row and 9 is remaining, so we'll place here. In this square only one cell is remaining and 8 is remaining, so we'll place here. Only one cell is remaining and 1 is not filled, we'll place it here. Only one cell is remaining and 6 is not placed, and we'll place it here. Only one cell is remaining and it is not placed, we'll place it here. 1 cannot be placed here, so 1 will be placed here. 6 has not been placed here, so 6 will be placed here. 6 numbers which are remaining here are 1 and 8. 1 cannot be placed here, so 1 will be placed here. 8 will be placed here. So last cell, and 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 is not placed here, so it will be placed here. Thank you guys.